Hey everyone, thank you for joining us for today's episode of Real Estate Disruptors. We got a real special one today. We got Rana with Investopia Online coming in here from Houston. And he's here to share how he went from car sales to top wholesaler in Houston. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Steve Trang, broker and owner of Stunning Homes Realty, founder of the Offer Fast Homes app, the one app you need for wholesaling, and I'm on a mission to create 100 millionaires. So please private message me if you ever need any help with your business. You know, I got some of you guys reaching out to me now. I appreciate it. It gives me the opportunity to give back. And if you are excited for today's show, please give me a wave, give me a thumbs up. And as a friendly reminder, I do not charge a dime for this show. I don't make any money doing this. So here's all I ask. This is all it costs for you to listen to the show. If you get value today, please tell a friend by sharing this episode right now, tagging a friend below, or telling your best takeaway from the show later on. That way we can all grow together. And we do have a special announcement. Ron's giving away 100 Bandit Signs. So all you got to do is stick around to the very end, and we'll let you know what you got to post, and we'll pick a winner today at the end of today's show. I'm excited for that.
I didn't know about that.
I just need your checkbook. We're good.
Absolutely. Right. So where's your camera at? Which ones are live right now?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's going on? Rana here, all the way from Houston, Texas. Big shout out to this guy here for inviting me out. I had a 2.5 hour flight, but I'll only do that for this guy here. So you guys stick around in the video. I'm going to be giving away some, excellent content, free content. Right? Where can you go? It's not YouTube University. This is live. So you guys have any questions, ask me. Make sure you guys are clicking the like button. Send me a few hearts. I won't mind. My wife won't mind. Don't worry. Make sure, if you're liking the video, make sure you're clicking it, all that good stuff. And appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad that you can make it.
Yeah.
All right. So first question, what got you into wholesaling?
So, wholesaling is the gateway drug to real estate.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people say, how do I get into real estate investing? I don't have any money. I'm broke. I owe my mailman $500. I mean, you owe somebody usually owes somebody money, right?
All right.
So wholesaling is a fantastic gateway, to get into real estate investing. I always wanted to get into real estate investing ever since I was younger as a child. So much that when I was about 16 years old, I bought a course from Carlton Sheets.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
That was the infomercial guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I actually still have video cassettes of him.
Really?
Yeah, I had to wipe the dust off the other day on them. Yeah, I still have the video cassettes, and I've always wanted, I've always had a passion to grow in my life, right? To achieve financial freedom and having time for my family. Even though when I was younger, I always aspired to, be able to be on the beach, go out with the vacations. You see those postcards, right? You want to do all of that. So, but yeah, that's kind of why, I got into the real estate business, and wholesaling was fantastic because you don't need any money. You do need some kind of education. That's for sure. You need to educate yourself, right?
Yeah.
But the good thing is, it's a minimum risk, but great reward.
Right.
The risk that you're taking on this is, well, I wouldn't say really it's minimum risk, because you are taking some level of risk because you're dealing with real estate, right?
It's a minimal financial risk.
It's minimum financial risk, but
a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
And work.
Absolutely. So time off, I have no idea what that is. Days off, I don't know what that is, because we work, my wife and I work this business round the clock, 24 hours a day. At 3 a.m., I get an executed contract. Boom, let's go. Boom, we've got to blast it out. So we're working, but it's a blessing too, right?
Yeah.
I work from home. I get to spend time with my children, when I want. I don't have to ask anybody to take a day off. I don't have to use Obamacare when I get sick. Right? So we get to go on vacations all the time. We go to the Caribbean every year.
Every year?
Yes, we do. We cruise every year, so we're cruise addicts. If we're not on land, we're on sea. So I've got to feel this lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And how am I going to feel this lifestyle? The car business can get me so far, right? And then that's when you have, aspirations to become bigger, and as far as adding, to my pocketbook and being able to afford that lifestyle.
So,
I read something the other day. It said, I work my ass off because I like expensive shit. That's why. That's right there. So anyhow, that's how I got in.
So let's talk about that, because you mentioned the car. So you were selling cars. You said how long ago?
11 years ago. Oh, how long ago? It was, well, I quit the car business about 2 years back or so.
Okay, how long were you in there?
In the car business?
Yeah.
11 years.
So you're in the car business for 11 years.
Yeah.
And then something clicked. What happened?
Man, it was, so can I be blunt with you?
Of course.
And with your viewers?
Of course.
All right. So I had corporate America is funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
It tells you, hey, get a degree, get a job, get promoted, and life will be easier.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest lie that's fed to us in our country, right? I did all that. I was a salesman. I became a sales manager. I started spending 14 hours a day away from my family. It's not what I wanted, a lifestyle for myself and for my children.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I started, is because I wanted to be able to spend time with them. You're either time poor or you're money poor.
Mm-hmm.
I was time poor. I would come home 14 hours working a day, don't get to see my wife, my kids, they're asleep by the time. I basically leave in the dark and I come in the dark. And a lot of you guys can relate to that, because a lot of you guys are probably in that same situation right now. So give us a thumbs up. Make sure, I don't know who's, I'm not viewing this live right now.
We got 27 people on right now.
There we go. Well, we need 27,000 people on right now, guys. So make sure you guys are sharing all that good stuff and put in your comments. But that's kind of pretty much it. You're either time poor or you're money poor, right? And I was time poor. I made good money in the car business. I wasn't, a sorry salesman. I was good. I made a name for myself.
But what's
in
the point
industry.
of the money if you can't spend it with your family?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't want, and it's about spending time with my kids and my family in general. But not only that, but leaving a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
You either hire somebody to build your dream, or somebody will hire you to build theirs.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So I was building somebody else's dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you only can go so far doing that. So I decided one day, I'm done with this shit. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had a general manager of a car dealership tell me to get the F out of his office. That's the last, I quit that same afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
That's the last time somebody would ever speak to me like that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Wow.
That's why I got into
That's huge.
wholesaling.
So let's talk about your journey then. Like you quit. What were some of the early mistakes, early struggles when you got in?
They say fail forward, fail fast, right?
Yeah.
I failed a lot. I struggled a lot in the beginning because I wasn't going out and networking with people. Your network is your net worth, right? You have to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to tell them what you do. You've got to be out there. I was never out there like this. Like, you'll see me on social media, I'm posting and I'm doing this and that in videos. I was never like this, right?
Right.
I wasn't always bringing the energy, right? So that's kind of pretty much it. But so that's why I think that's the biggest thing is the struggles is you got to go out and network with people. You got to tell them what you do. I mean, you've got to eat, sleep, breathe real estate if you're going to be successful in this. And I'm the type of person is I don't get up and do yoga for 15, 20 minutes when I wake up.
Yeah.
I don't. If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Like, let's get up, let's get to business.
Let's get cracking.
I need deals, right? So that's just what it is.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You mentioned Investopia Online. So what is that? What is Investopia Online?
So Investopia Online is not only a wholesale outlet, is basically a brand that we have built. So and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau, which is fantastic. That comes with it gives us a lot of trust when we're talking and selling to sellers. And it's funny because I'm sure everyone in Houston is probably watching this, and now they know why I'm getting so many deals. So, but I told your viewers I would be transparent with them.
Yeah.
So, being accredited by the Better Business Bureau has catapulted me in building trust with sellers, in solving their problem. In other words, people wake up and want to be wholesalers, but you got the overnight wholesalers, right? I'm not here to be an overnight wholesaler.
There's a lot of fly-by-night guys.
There is a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we see it in those forums, right? Like, I'm done.
Oh yeah,
I've done this. It's been 2 months. I haven't got a deal yet. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, no. And then they bash our industry and what we do here and say, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, this is a scam. It's a Bitcoin scam. Like, come on, man. No, you didn't work. It didn't work because you didn't get up, you didn't sacrifice, and you didn't get paid.
You didn't pay your dues.
Simple.
Yeah.
That's it.
So as a quick aside, I saw that you pulled up in your Model 3, so it's very nice. That's on. It was funny because I created a vision board last Friday, and that's top right corner vision board.
Is it?
Model 3 Performance.
It's a nice car. I floored it, and that sucker is a beast. No, so it's not, disclaimer, right? I don't live in Arizona. I had to rent a car, and, I like it better than a Toyota Camry. I'm a car guy. Last time I was here, I rented a Slingshot, but that's, I've been around cars such a long time. Right. It's just, it's a part of the lifestyle. Like, it is what it is.
So it seems like, on the outside looking in, you're a rock star overnight. So what do you have to say about that?
Hate me or love me, now you know me. Grant Cardone, right? A lot of people come and hate. It's like, damn, where this guy freaking come from, man? Boom. Like, I literally, I blindsided a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's because I was there, but I wasn't there. But when I was ready, I'm ready. I'm going to come out when I'm ready, right? So, wait, that didn't sound right. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to say is that when it's my time to shine, that's when I'm when I'm going to be out there, right?
Yeah.
So it definitely wasn't an overnight success. We had our struggles. Man, we had times in our life where we couldn't afford a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
We had people coming in and asking for rent money. Knock, knock, where's the rent money? You know what I mean? We're overdue. We're past due. So we understand that struggle. I was raised by a single mother, and that's one of my whys also was being able to retire my mother. And, we were able to do that. And she, she's looking to her late retirement now, but Social Security will not be there when I'm her age. Yeah. It's going to be depleted. I've got to look for something else in order to build and sustain true wealth.
Yeah.
And that's why I looked into real estate. But my mom is a big why. She lives with me, and it's such a blessing, man. I can't tell you how much of a blessing it is to have somebody, in our culture. Our culture is different than your traditional. You get an 18-year-old or your parents get old, you throw them in that. We don't have old people homes in our culture. Like we take care of our parents, right?
Yeah.
So my parents divorced when I was real young, and that was one of my whys is to be able to retire my mother. And because I started hustling, I started struggling, early on in my life, way before I met my wife. I mean, I was out there doing what I needed to do, and the car business came later.
Yeah. Well, I love that because even Rafael Vargas, when he came on, he's like, his why was wanted to retire his mom. He wanted his mom to stop working, so that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. It's a big drive, and it's satisfying to me to be able to see her not struggling now to work 60 hours a week to pay rent pay bills or anything like that, So it's a blessing. It truly is.
So if you were starting today, what are the first 2, 3, 5 things you would do to get your wholesale business running from zero?
There's probably not enough time. There's a lot of stuff. But, the thing is about this business is that, I'm going to go back to the fail forward, fail fast type of deal. I mean, you're going to make mistakes, man. I got in, I didn't know anything about this industry.
Right.
I really didn't. I was selling cars, and I was looking at these courses while customers were coming in and out. I was on the lot. I was taking, I'm sitting there on my phone, and stuff like that. So waiting for the next up. We call them ups in the car business. So, and you wore a suit in Houston, and you could not come in until you took an up. That's the car business.
Really?
So absolutely.
Oh, man,
so the grind was always there, in other words. So getting into this industry, and I credit a lot to the car industry. A lot of people don't know this, but Grant Cardone came from the auto industry. He was a salesman too. So if you read, I heard about GC. I heard about GC when I was in the car business. Yeah.
Really?
But
he built all that from starting in car sales.
Well, he started as a car salesman.
Wow.
His wealth came from multifamily syndication. But he was a car salesman. Yeah, there's YouTube videos of him going to his old dealership and saying, "Hey, look, here's what I was salesman. Here's what I was taking ups, and stuff like that." So, but yeah, there's, I see a lot of people who try to hire car salespeople. We are a different beast.
Yeah.
My sales force, you can't. It's a whole different beast, man.
So I was at the Edge with Dean Graziosi. And he was like, if you want to build your wholesale business, go car shopping. I was like, man, I don't know if I can go in a car lot and like get these guys' hopes up and then try to recruit. That just seems all sorts of screwed up.
It's a different beast.
But you're saying those guys are ready for it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I have
a little jaded, maybe.
I've got a lot of a lot of guys out there who want to come and work for me that come from car sales.
Yeah.
And then I see people posting on social media, I'm looking for car sales guys. You don't want to hire those guys, man. They're scumbags. But you've got to learn how to, you got to know that lifestyle too.
Yeah. All right. So what do you attribute your success to then?
I would attribute my success to, first and foremost, glory to God. If it wasn't for God himself, blessing myself and my family to be able to do this, we wouldn't have a business at all. Okay. Yeah. Second, definitely would have credited my wife. She has been a driving force for me. In this business, it's so hard to get spousal support. What I've learned. Because we're known as a power couple in Houston. So people come up, man, you guys are a power couple. How do you guys do it? She brings the same level of energy as I do, and people say I have a lot of energy. I mean, it is what it is. So, but yeah, I would attribute my success to her selflessness and being able to support me, because when I decided to do this, we were just talking, say, hey, I'm thinking about quitting the car business. And next day I show up and say, I quit. And she looks at me and she goes, and I can see it on her face, right? We've got 2 kids. What the hell are we going to do? Right. But she's like, okay, well, what's the next step? What are we going to do? She's supportive, right? Yeah. So she's been extremely, extremely supportive of myself and my business. And that's a huge factor, because I meet a lot of people whose spouses are not supportive at all.
Oh, anytime you're doing commission only, it's pretty tough on the marriage.
No, absolutely.
So the way I met you was at a Cody Sperber event, right? So, I'm sitting there where the common people sit, right? And you're up front of the VIP section or whatever, and he brings you up on stage, and you're talking about like your great takeaway was that you were there, you're talking to I think the wife or the husband, and they're like, well, I need to talk to my husband or my wife. He's like, oh, no problem. So, you have an iPhone. He has an iPhone?
Yes.
All right, let's FaceTime right now.
Yes.
And that's it. You just squash that objection right then and there.
I did. Yeah.
So, but my point of all this is that you're investing a lot in your education.
Yes.
Right? So can you expand on that?
Absolutely. So I'm not shy in telling people that you need to invest in your education in this industry. If you're going to invest in something, 2 things you need to invest in is your marketing and your education. Okay? Marketing should never be viewed as an expense. Remember that, because it will pay you tenfold.
Right.
So expense-wise, the reason why I'm here in Arizona today is not only to be on your show, but I'm here to meet Cody Sperber and Dean Graziosi. So I'm a part of their mastermind. Yeah. And you've got to invest in your education and make sure that you have kind of the right mentors, because without the right mentorship in this business, you're going to fail quick. Yeah. Real quick. And believe me, people who say YouTube is, you can learn everything on YouTube, that is bullshit. Yeah. When you get in a title issue, YouTube University is not going to come out and save your ass. You know what I mean? So, that's why I'm so passionate about this is listen, when people come to me and say, hey, Ron, what do you charge for mentorship? I'm against the $40,000, $50,000 mentorship programs. I truly am. Yeah. How I was able to, blow up so quickly and so fast and become successful is that, you just level with people. Say, hey, you want to learn from me? Let's do a deal, because you're never going to know how to encumber a title or get into a deed issue if you're never in it. I can take your money if you want me to, but you can't afford me. It's just what it is, right. And when I got in, that kind of made me sick to my stomach, learning that people, rich dad, poor dad type of deal, taking people $60,000 is just not right, and
maxing out their credit cards, having pull out HELOCs. It's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have some testimonials of my own. People write, for me, like testimonies and stuff. We do deals together. I do deals with new wholesalers all the time. Yeah. Just the other day, I don't know if you read it. The guy who had it. Yeah. If you want to go, you can talk about it. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, well, I just saw that you made it a really easy experience for them.
Yeah. So the guy was contemplating suicide attempts. right? He was married. He had been previously incarcerated. He learned about wholesaling. I talked to him. He called me, and my phone is always ringing off the hook. I mean, this business is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't have 5 minutes to spare for somebody. It's just, I'm sorry, but we've got to keep moving and doing what we need to do, right? So he calls me. I hear the shakiness in his voice. I spend, about 2 hours with the guy talking to him, learning about his journey, his goals, stuff like that. So we just closed our deal, and we made $12,500 on the deal. He never made $2,000 in his life. He only made $2,000, and that was kind of pretty much it. So he has a whole different outlook on life, and there's a few other success stories out there that we've done double digit assignment fees, $37,500 assignment fees, and these people they're not used to that type of money. And the first thing I tell them is, listen, you need to take that money and you need to put some in savings, and you need to reinvest it into marketing. That's the biggest thing.
That's huge.
It is.
So seeing some of your marketing, I'm going to guess one of your ways of sourcing deals is Bandit Signs. So is that your number one lead source?
So yes. So a lot of people see me in Houston, and they see that I do Bandit Signs, right?
Yeah. But not just do Bandit Signs. You go crazy with the Bandit Signs.
Okay. You mean like renting a U-Haul to go pick up Bandit Signs?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. So we do about 6,000 to 8,000 Bandit Signs a month.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's a whole laborious effort to make that happen.
Yes, I do have a team.
So what does that team look like?
You just want to know everything, huh? All right, cool. All right, so I have about 9 individuals who go out. We put out about 250 to 300 a night, Bandit Signs. I used to do them.
Oh, you do it every night?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, so you don't do it just Friday nights?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, the city calls all the time.
Yeah.
Trust me. I got them. I'm sending them a Christmas card. So, but yeah, we're definitely heavy in the Bandit Sign market, and I'm just so blessed to be able to take that and run with it.
Yeah.
We do a lot of Bandit Sign, man. We rent out U-Hauls and we go pick them up and we take photos, and people are like, man, how do you do that many Bandit Signs?
I've got an army.
I got to eat, man. You know, if you want to scale, that's how you scale.
Okay.
I see a lot of posts. People put, oh, I've done 50 Bandit Signs. You're not gonna get shit with 50 Bandit Signs. You're gonna get calls from the city. All 49 are down. Come get them. You go there and they pull your warrant. So that's kind of pretty much it.
So you got to overwhelm the market.
Oh yeah, there's about maybe 4 million, 5 million people in Houston. I've got to be able to flood. I've got to be able to blanket the city. In order to. That's really how I'm constantly, doing deals after deals after deals. I mean, we're pretty much getting a deal every other day.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
You're on my Facebook, so you'll see new deal, you're there. So
then you got those 9 guys. Are these high school kids, college kids? These are acquisition guys who
Oh no, I keep the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing, so my acquisition guys they're separate. These guys are college kids. They we put them
fraternity boys.
I think two of them are actually. It's funny you ask. 2 of them are, but mainly just college kids, and I have a older couple that does it too, and I mean they make good money, and we cash them out every night.
So how do you pay those guys?
PayPal. Yeah.
But like, is there like a wage? Is there like, I guess you can't really track who's signed.
I can track.
Oh, you can track?
Absolutely.
Oh, you know whose Bandit Sign it was?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Sir, that's what you call tracking your KPIs, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So who wants to know right now what app I use to track everybody? I can't read your comment.
So Kevin's been pretty involved. Jonathan Silva's been involved.
Okay.
But yeah, who wants to know how he's tracking those Bandit Sign calls? Because I've never heard anyone tracking multiple Bandit Signs. So, all right. So Will Nigufaro wants to know, how are you tracking all those different?
Okay. So Will, do you got a pen ready? You gonna write this down? It's an app called. You can use Simple Crew. Okay. Simple Crew would track every single Bandit Sign that you put out, and it'll geolocate it. So I know exactly what spot my Bandit Sign is in, who put it up, what time they put it up. That's how they get paid.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
So you're tracking the signs that go in the ground. Do you have one phone number for all of them? You got multiple phone numbers?
Oh, no, I have multiple phone. We've got 15 phone numbers.
So if I give it to, let's say, Joe, it's like, here are your 100 Bandit signs you're putting out tonight. All those 100 numbers are tied to Joe.
Yes. Yeah, through CallRail.
CallRail.
Yes.
Okay, so there you go. So Simple Crew and CallRail.
Yes.
That's priceless. Okay, so then we got any other way of sourcing deals?
Direct, you got direct marketing. I do really, to be honest, I do a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's not just I'm doing Bandit Signs. I'm doing cold calling. I do have a team of cold callers. Okay. We have about 8 cold callers that are on the phone constantly calling people, and they're not freaking anybody in the Philippines. Okay. I don't do VAs.
Yeah.
I just don't do VAs. I have assistants who call for us, and they're local. In our market, they speak English.
Yeah.
The problem with, listen, some of you guys might be VAs who are viewing this right now, right? I have nothing against VAs, but if you're not in the same climate as my seller, there's no way in hell you're gonna build rapport.
Yeah.
I'm big on building rapport. Okay, 2 things that I was great at in the car business, and I transitioned over into real estate, is I was able to negotiate and build rapport. Okay, but negotiating was my biggest thing because I love to negotiate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've done it for countless times, thousands of times already. And being in the car industry has taught me a lot as far as building rapport and negotiating.
Well, so let me ask a very offensive question.
Sure, let's do it.
Which do you think trained you better for negotiations, the car environment or culture? Because we love to negotiate.
All right, so check this out. You've got the Mr. and Mrs. Too High on the Asian side, right? Oh, that's too high. No, that's too low. Take it. Okay. Then we got the head bobbers, right? Oh, it's too good. Anytime you want to negotiate with someone in my culture, I'm Pakistani, right? So India and Pakistan, they were kind of together, then they parted ways. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but okay. So they kind of parted ways, right?
Right.
But you can tell I'm so Americanized, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah,
right? I was born and raised here.
It's
just what it is.
Yeah.
So you once you get that head bobbing, like, okay, it's a good deal. Okay, I'll take it and go. Right. You say, oh, okay, I'll take it.
Right.
So
right.
the only thing is, man, I would credit the car industry for that, because I don't really hang around with people from my culture. It's not it's not to say that I'm better than them. They just don't have. I hang around with like-minded people, right? Now you could be whatever skin color you are. If you're not at that same thinking parameters as I am, if you don't have that same paradigm shift as I do, the paradigm of thinking about wealth, and stuff like that. Entrepreneurship, you're not going to be talking to me. It's just what it is. And I choose, that's a gift that I've gotten from God. And we all have gifts, right? And God has given each person that gift to choose who you want to talk to and who you don't want to talk to.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And you can choose who you want to give your time to. So that's I take that as a gift, and and I tell people, listen, man, I'm not the busiest person in the world, but please don't disrespect my time.
Yeah.
My time is very valuable. And that's one of my pet peeves is people just, calling like, hey, so you put 10,000 earnest deposit on your non-refundable earnest deposit. Should I do that? Or should I put, 500? Why are you calling me? Like, listen, I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna give you free advice, but don't ask me those stupid ass questions like that. You can go to YouTube and
those
and
are
find
basic
out.
questions.
Yeah, the very basic questions. But I have people calling me every single day, just with those type of questions.
So social media. I mean, you're making a big push right now. I love what I'm seeing.
Thank you.
So talk about that as a strategy.
So we live in a day and age where we're called the microwave era. We want everything quick, right? News happens quick, right? By the way, I don't watch the news. Do not watch the news, guys. Do not watch the news. It is poison.
It's a brain drain.
You're poisoning your brain. You're poisoning your mind. Think of your brain like a tree, right? The soil, right? If you keep poisoning soil, what's gonna do? What is it gonna do? It's gonna rot, right? If you keep watching the news and what's going on, you're gonna start poisoning your brain. So I stay away from the news. I don't. Before I wake up every morning, I at least take 20 minutes out of my time and I reflect, attitude of gratitude. What I have a habit of putting my slippers underneath my bed So in the morning when I get up, I can put both of my knees on the floor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I can thank God for everything he's given me and my family. Because one day I know in a blink of an eye, you just never know what'll happen. It'll be taken away like that.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to be appreciative of what you have in general.
That's very true. So the going back to social media, the method.
I'm sorry. Yeah, social. It was a
That's all good.
digressing tangent. Social media is fantastic, man. I love social media. So Facebook, I was always on Facebook. I kept family members on Facebook, but then when I kind of started doing everything, so we got to do right. You got to be out there, right? So I did start. I guess I'm better late than never. I got on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And people kept telling me, get on Instagram, man. Damn, you need to be on it. IG. I'm like, man, what the hell is Instagram? So just, last month, I just started my Instagram account. It's been ridiculous, man. I've been getting offers from people to do their watches. And, I'm a big watch guy, right?
Yeah.
I'll post a photo of, my watch or something like that. Just kind of, promotion and here and there. I'm a firm believer in a lifestyle. So, I love, do it for the lifestyle, right? So I always, and that's one of my big motivators is the lifestyle. So I post up my lifestyle on there, anything that I'm doing in the day or something like that, vacationing or photos of, some of my toys I have and stuff like that. So yeah.
So James McKnight wants to know, what are your top five books outside of real estate? Five might be tough. So what's your top book outside of real estate?
Outside of real estate in general, I'm sorry, I got a text message here from a buyer. we're doing deals, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So, outside of real estate, does he want to know like mental like things that work on you?
Let's go for that. He wasn't specific. Let's go with that.
Okay, cool. I love, of course, Millionaire Success Habits, Dean Graziosi.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic book. Another book that I really, really love is Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways by Susan S. Jeffer, PhD. Feel the Fear. I'm saying it twice so your viewers can write it down. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyways.
Right.
So Susan S. Jeffers. Of course, The Magic of Thinking Big. You have to be able to think big in order to grow big.
Yeah, you have to have crazy dreams.
Oh, absolutely. If your dreams are not crazy enough, you're just not gonna, That's one thing my wife always pounds in me. Dream big, dream big, dream big. If you're gonna go all out, go all out.
Right.
You right? So that's by David Schwartz. He's also a PhD. And then one of my ones that I like is Sold to Be Sold, Grant Cardone. That's a good book too.
Okay.
I listen to audibles a lot. And then my most favorite book of all time has to be How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
Dale Carnegie.
Yeah, that's a great book.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. I'm a master influencer. I know how to talk to people. I know how to build rapport. Why am I getting deals in such a saturated market in Houston more than anyone else in the market? Is because I freaking go in and I play a psychology game.
Yeah.
I know how to build rapport with people. I know how to learn about their family. If they got pictures if they've got guns, Texas is a red state. They've got guns in their house.
Just a little bit.
We talk about, we love our we love our guns in Texas.
Yeah.
If they've got kid photos, hey, where did you go there? You have any sons or daughters? Building rapport, because people would do business with people they like and trust. That's just what it is. Yeah. And one thing I read the other day, it was people will learn, listen, buy, and hire you when they feel understood.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, not when they understand you.
Right. Will Nicofaro wants to know how many deals you've done year to date. Do you know that off the top of your head?
I do, because I do track my KPIs, but I'll keep that on the
deal.
All right. Deal. Yeah.
So the other thing too is I see you love networking. You're a networking junkie. So talk about that and what that does for your business.
So going back to what I said is your network is your net worth, right? So I network with everybody and anybody I can. I took a ride via Lyft here, okay? And when I was going to the airport from my house, I took a Lyft ride, and I gave the guy my business card and said, hey, listen, I know you're driving around and you see any vacant properties, tall grass in the yard. Looks like somebody hasn't been there. The mailbox is stuffed. I want you to give me a call.
Yeah.
I'll pay you a $2,500 referral fee.
Mm-hmm.
Most I paid somebody is a mailman. I paid him $5,300
Wow.
for a referral fee.
Nice.
And I made $37,000 on that deal. $37,000 on that deal.
Yeah. So he was probably calling you again the next time.
He has.
Yeah.
We just closed another property together. So that's a golden nugget number one. Well, we've gotten a lot of golden nuggets.
That's not number one.
I don't even know how many golden
It's like 5
nuggets.
or 6.
So number 7 would be is approach your mailman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your mailman know your routes more than anybody on the planet. It's because they're there daily. They know who's home, who's not home. They know the stuffed mailboxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a great resource, is talking to your local mailman and networking with them and say, hey, listen, when you bring me a deal, I'll cash you out a closeout. You know, when we close the deal, whatever it is you need to do, $1,000, $2,000. That's a lot of money.
Right.
I mean, the government's not paying these people that much money. You can believe that.
So we just got to find like a Postman Meetup or something.
That's absolutely. No, yeah. I'm dead serious when I say, like, I've made so much money off of mailmen bringing me deals, and they've made a lot of money doing that. It's amazing. I mean, you got to network with people who are not even in your business.
Right.
That's how crazy I am about my business. I'm a fanatic about my business. I network with everybody.
That's awesome. So what Baruch wants to know about your prospecting script. Do you have a preferred script that you like to use, or how do you guys do that?
Absolutely. So a script is like a GPS, right? When you're on the phone with somebody, you need a script. Otherwise, you're just winging the shit out of it. And people can hear it when you're bullshitting, okay? Remember that. So you have to have a script. There's a lot of good scripts out there for people. I have created one for myself and my team, and it has been refined and retuned because I took a lot of that script from the car industry. So I took what I learned in the car business. It's called trigger points. You ask them trigger questions. So you ask people, hey, you know, certain different questions and stuff like that to see where they're at. You know, I'm not going to ask you what's your payoff. You know, I'm going to word it a certain way.
Right.
Like, hey, by the top of your head, do you recall what you owe on the property? Oh yeah, my payoff is this much.
Yeah.
You got equity in your deal. I know. Now I know, right?
Right.
I got the guy.
All right. So then you want to do a quick role play? Like you calling me?
Okay, sure.
All right. So you're calling me. Hello?
Hey, how are you, Steve? This is no. Let's do it again.
Okay.
Because I usually come to people as being their friend.
Okay.
So whenever we role play, let's do it.
Okay. Hello?
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I just wanted to touch base with you. This is Ron here with Investopia Online. You know, we buy houses here in the Houston market. I noticed your property was vacant, and I wanted to see if you were interested in possibly selling it, you know, because my wife and I, we were driving around the neighborhood, and we actually did locate your property, and I'm currently rehabbing one right across the street. Do you know the McIntyres?
No.
Oh, well, it's okay. No, that's fine. They told me they had just recently moved in, and I know you're not at that property anymore. So I just wanted to see if you were interested in selling your property.
Every once in a while I think about it.
Okay, fantastic. Well, can I put a check in your pocket every once in a while?
What do we? I mean, what kind of checks are we talking about?
I'll tell you what. What I can do is I want to come out there personally and come take a look at your property. You know, what is a good time for you? Give me just a moment, Steve. I have a 12:30 and a 1:15 open. Which one works best for you?
12:30. I mean, I might be able to skirt out during lunch. I'm not sure.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? I'm going to pencil you in for 12:30. If anything changes, please give me a call. But I will be at your house at 12:30 to take a look at the property. I mean, I've already looked at it, really. It's just a matter of shaking your hand and signing a contract. But, you know, and we'll go over the basics when we're there. Listen, I know you're at work right now. I don't want to ask you how much you want for it and all that. We can do all of that. That's the easy part. The hard part is us meeting and getting out there. The numbers are the easiest part. Don't worry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Steve. I'll see you then.
All right. So you're just handling that up front so they don't ask you that question over the phone.
Exactly. How much are you giving me? Are you going to give me $1 million?
Yeah.
I'm a freaking investor, man. I'm not going to sit there and give you $1 million, right? Because people always ask me, the number one question is, how much are you looking for your property?
Right.
You know, and I've had to fire some people for asking that question. Do not ask people that question, because then they will start leading. You always, as a sales technique, you always want to lead the conversation.
Yeah.
Don't let the other person lead into the conversation. So as a car sales guy, I was taught that do not let them lead you into the conversation.
Well, so they say like one of the styles is you got to be an attorney. You don't ask a question you don't want to hear an answer to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Brian Madinism, hopefully I'm not butchering that. Are there any Postman meetups?
Are there any what?
Postman meetups.
Are there any Postman meetups?
We might just have to create that.
We actually might have to create that, man.
Yeah.
What a fantastic idea, no? Postman Meetup. Yeah.
I think that'd be fun. Eric Post wants to know, have you had any luck with Instagram ads or Facebook ads?
Facebook ads, I do. Also, Instagram ads, I haven't got into that yet because I just newly created my Instagram account.
I think you're the exception getting luck with Facebook ads.
Facebook ads has been, I'll put it like this. We do a lot of YouTube, like the YouTube commercial type of deal, right?
Yeah.
I got one deal out of my Facebook ad, but I had to spend a lot of money on that ad, man.
So the ROI might not have been the best.
No, it's not. The ROI on that, it's not going to be the best. But I can say that, yeah, we've done it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what it is.
And then Willie wants to know again, do you make any offers over the phone? It sounds like the answer is no. There's some players in town that all they do, this is the John Martinez thing. They make offers over the phone. Do you do that or everything's in person?
That's like asking me, do I want to shoot myself in the leg?
Well, do you?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. Right? So I wouldn't encourage doing that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing 30 to 70 deals a month, that would something we need to consider.
Right.
But because you don't have time to go out and meet people, right?
Yeah.
But I had made a goal to myself that I would meet every seller, no matter how busy I am, because my sellers pay my bills.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay? I will meet every seller, I will meet every buyer, and I will be at every closing. I attend every closing of mine.
Really?
I move hell or high water, I'm at my freaking closing. All this bullshit about getting direct deposit, cut that crap.
Yeah.
I'm at closing because guess what? People have walked away from the closing table, and they do walk away from the closing table. You just want to make sure you're there for any quality control. And that's what I do. I really just quality control things, and there's no such thing as a perfect closing. We always got something going on, man. Who's got the survey? Call Ron. Next thing you know, Ron's in another phone call, and now they got to come back and sign.
Yeah. So that's something a lot of agents could take note of. We have a lot of agents that don't go to their signings. So Brian Davila wants to know, do you actually cold call or is your team cold call?
So I did cold call previously, but I have a team that does. I've trained those individuals to do the cold calling the way I want to, not the way that so-and-so YouTube University wants you to do it. No, it's a certain way, and we gotta make sure that you can see I'm against YouTube University.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Or you can be part of YouTube University soon because this goes on YouTube. Okay, so Brian wants
Free
to know,
content.
do you JV with virtual wholesalers?
No.
All right. Is there a reason why?
Absolutely. Is because my market is so large and so huge that I don't need to go in any other market.
Okay.
And that's you can call that selfish, but I don't need to go anywhere. It's focus.
Yeah.
I laser focus my market, and that's it. Because I have people calling me from Minneapolis. I'll refer you to a beast of a wholesaler there who's got a big list, But if you want to do a deal in Houston, I have a 38,000 buyers list and some change.
Oh, yeah?
That's how I'm able to move properties so quickly.
Yeah, see, I mean, I get people asking me the same thing, too. It's like, I can barely focus where I'm at. How am I going to focus somewhere else?
No, absolutely.
Antoine wants to know, what's your follow-up and rotation process when cold calling your list?
So the money is in the follow-up, Antoine. So what you would want to do is follow-up is extremely important. And that's one thing that I had learned in the auto industry is because, if Antoine didn't know, the wholesalers are a dime a dozen, right? But the good ones are not. That's the thing.
That's the difference.
There's a difference between a wholesaler and a good wholesaler, right? So you have to be able to follow up with people. The system, what I would use is Podio. You can go and I use Podio.
Yeah.
So I can create follow-ups in there. It hooks up straight into my phone. And we're definitely, able to do that as far as alarms go and systemizing follow-up. I mean, that's easy. Follow-up is easy, and we get a lot of our deals from following up.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Well, it's a huge key. It's really easy to let that slip, too.
Yeah.
So what does your organization look like? We talked about 9 people putting up Bandit Signs. How many cold callers, how many acquisition guys do you have
Okay.
right now?
So we've got 9 Bandit Sign guys, 8 cold callers, acquisition guys. They're more of the silent type of guy because they don't go to networking events with me. If they see me, they don't know who, we don't know each other, because I don't want folks to, we don't know each other, right? So there's people in Houston who have met other guys. They just don't know they're my acquisition guys. Yeah. Right. So I have a few acquisition guys. We'll put that out there. Is that safe to say? Yeah. I do have few acquisition guys that we do. So the next step for us is, since we're working from home now, we're going to be expanding into an office outlet where I'll have at least 6 or 7, more acquisition guys. Yeah. And we'll have an entire call center just for cold calling, and then an entire, thing for our, other outlets and stuff like that. So,
okay. Yeah. And then are these guys on commission, salary? How do you guys compensate them?
So I don't believe in a salary, and I'm a strong believer in earning your wages.
Eat what you kill.
So yeah, absolutely. So I put them on commission, and that's the best way to do it, because you will find the hustlers when they're on commission. Another big lie that we're all fed is the word salary. A salary is a bribe for you to forget your dreams. When you have a salary.
Powerful.
Yeah. So you can tell I read a lot of motivational stuff.
No, that's huge. That's huge.
I have to be constantly, doing all this. So even my children, when they sleep at night, I tell my son every night before he goes to sleep, I said, I'm very proud of you. Your mom and dad are very proud of you. You're a champion. I'm conditioning him right now, because there's so many parents out there who are conditioning their children to say, you're not going to be worth anything, this and that, and you're not going to,
Who do you think you are to deserve that?
Yeah, exactly. Right. So you have to be able to condition your mind itself. But salary itself, I don't believe in a salary. Now, if I have, a GM of my location and I have a front office, now I don't mind giving my front lady a salary.
Right.
I mean, a staff, right?
Yeah.
But no, if you're a sales guy, you're going to be on commission, because that's when you find out if you're really cut out for this or not.
So how do you compensate your cold callers?
So we do it per hour. Okay. It is an hourly wage for them. And then we compensate them on deals. So any deals that we close, there's a fee in there that I give them.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe in bonuses and raises. I give bonuses and raises. I give, different promotions out. Hey, if we close, if you cold call, 80 people today, you'll get a so-and-so. Or if you cold call, 500 people by the end of the week, we want to see who's doing the most calls, right? And that goes back to tracking your KPIs. So what's happening is that, okay, so here's how many you cold call. Say you cold call 10 people, right? Let's take an easy number. You cold call 10 people. You're only converting 2 appointments. You're converting 6 appointments, and you're getting one deal out of it. That's not the ratio I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking to close a high number, 8 out of 10 almost, right? So I track KPI. I'm a big numbers guy. I hate math, but I love counting money.
Does that make sense? Do you track all your KPIs through Podio, Mojo? What are you using to track
Podio?
Podio?
Yeah. I can use Podio, and then I go old-fashioned too. I scribble and stuff like that on my phone, and like I said, you want to. I've got organized chaos in my office at home. So my wife, it's funny because she walked in the other day and she's like, what's this? What's going on? Leave it. There's a contract under the carpet. Leave it. I know where it's at. We're about to close on it. Leave it.
I know that world.
Yeah. Organized chaos.
Elise Wimbish wants to know, she's a new wholesaler in Houston that's learning the business. How can she do a deal with you?
Absolutely. So if you would like to do a wholesale, if you're in the Houston market, it is an open invite. So you can connect with me on Facebook or email me at info@investopiaonline.com. So it's info@investopia online.com. Send me the information. I'll call you directly. I'm a people person. I call people. I'm never too busy. I'm a firm believer, and you can't ever be too busy that God can't even reach you. You know what I mean? So, and that's one thing that I wanted to set myself. You asked me earlier on what sets me apart from my competition or in general from other wholesalers is because I answer my phone every goddamn time.
Right.
Because it makes me money.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right.
You call me, I'll answer it. If I don't answer it, I'll give you a call back. But I don't ignore that call. Goes back to my Bandit Signs. How do I get so many deals? It's because, Uncle Sam buys houses, didn't pick up the phone, and I picked up.
Yeah.
All you have to, is those little steps you do, it's going to yield you the big rewards.
All right.
So there's a lot of people get laid back, right? I'm not in the business of just making 40 grand off of one guy and relaxing next 6 months or a year, not sell anything, right?
Yeah.
How we're able to move multiple deals a month is because we leave enough bone on the table for the investors,
Right.
and they keep coming back. It's a shark tank out there. So anytime we get a deal, so I have an exclusivity thing with my buyers. If you've bought a property from me before, you get right to rescission on it 2 days before I blast it out to 38,000 folks, right? And keep in mind, it's not it's quality versus quantity. I have such a big list, yes, but the matter of fact is that I deal with, I deal with at least maybe 15 to 20 real buyers. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have that type of...
Yeah, it's only a handful of quality
it's only
buyers.
a handful of people, because not everybody is going to be, a certain buyer. Because some deals, the 70% rule is a dinosaur now. You cannot, the thing is 70% minus ARV is a myth. Unless it's in Arizona, should I be getting into the Arizona market?
No, so I'm a broker, right? And so like every once in a while I get this investor. It's like, yeah, I'm a cash buyer. If you got a deal, 70%, 65%,
really,
minus repairs, send it my way. I'm a cash buyer.
I'm sure you are.
Why the hell would I send that to you?
Yeah. My biggest thing is I love when somebody says, if the deal makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do a deal that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like, are you serious? Like, yeah, if the deal makes sense for me. It's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I hear it all the time.
Yeah.
If the deal, why wouldn't it make sense? If I'm doing a deal, why wouldn't it make sense to you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I have to make sure it makes sense for me to even get the deal. It might not make sense to you because you're a buy and hold guy, right?
Or your criteria is
that's your criteria. I'd rather people say it doesn't fit if it fits my criteria, then I'll do it. But making sense and all that, no. That's why you're flipping one house a year.
All right. So Brian wants to know if you've heard of the water list, the list of individuals who hadn't paid their rent within the last 6 months.
Yes, I have. It's called a water shutoff list. Yes. And that is my niche.
That's your niche?
Yeah.
All right.
Shit. How this guy?
Oh, well.
I just gave you guys a real good golden nugget. Yes.
All
So
right,
there is
take care of that.
there is a water shutoff list. You'll be able to access it.
Have you ever checked out REI Pro?
There's a lot of programs out there. I don't use them, but I've heard some pretty good reviews. You have to do your own due diligence and what works for you and what doesn't. Yeah.
Well, and I think the market matters too.
It's like a toolbox, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use a DeWalt hammer and not a Walmart hammer. It's all my personal choice. I mean, all these, I don't want to name drop, skip companies, but you can use anything you want. I mean,
Right.
it is what it is. So.
So we didn't talk about dispositions. Are you the disposition guy? Because you say you're working with 15, 20 guys and you got your 38,000 buyer list. Are you the dispo guy?
My wife and I. Yeah.
Okay.
My wife is mainly doing the disposition.
And you guys are
side.
picking up the phone? You're texting it? Emailing it? What do you guys do?
We do our email blast. Yeah, so we do email blast. We do what is that? Voice to text, something like that. I can't even get the terms right. I mean, the text blast, whatever you call that.
Yeah.
And then we're able to get on the phone, call people, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm very like tech savvy. So I'm always like on my phone and stuff like that. So people are kind of like, hey, is this still available? I'm always constantly. That's why I keep checking my phone, because my buyers are texting me right now. And I apologize that we're
good.
I mean, this is live. I'm doing deals and I'm not even at home. And that's the beauty about this business, right?
Yeah.
Is we're able to get contracts and we're able to disposition deals and make 40 grand, 30, 20 grand on a deal. I'm not even sitting, in front of them.
Yeah.
So
We're going to work on that, on how you disposition, because I'm making an app. So we'll be in Houston hopefully by year's end.
Are you?
Yeah.
I would love it, yeah.
So who's in charge of the KPIs?
I am. Nobody watches your money like you do.
Yeah.
I don't let anybody touch my
And
KPIs.
then you're looking at that like, calls to appointments. Boy, this is down this month. Or
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I look at everything from ROIs all the way to calls to appointments. What's your convert ratio? Yeah. And,
and you
I
do that on a caller by caller basis?
You mean I do it per associate.
Per associate, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Per caller basis.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
Cool.
then I listen to phone calls all the time.
Do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
your quality control too.
I have to listen. What the hell is going on?
How do you have enough time? Okay.
I told you I don't sleep.
Yeah, apparently.
Coffee. I got
So
coffee running through my veins.
we already answered this question. Not in any other markets. Okay. So how much are you spending on marketing a month?
I don't want to. It hurts me every time I say it, but no.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
It's not an expense. It's an investment.
Yeah, about $15,000 a month.
$15,000 a month.
My Bandit Signs alone are about $8,000.
Yeah. And how much is the U-Haul expense and the fuel and the other thing?
Oh, that's cheap. That's like $60.
Yeah.
$60 or $100 U-Haul expense. So it's not too much. But at any given, I would say about $10,000-15,000 a month. Yeah, because we're coming towards the year end now. I don't think I think slow is a mindset, because thus far this month we've closed 6 deals, and I've got 2 that are closing while I'm here in Arizona. So that'll be 8.
Nice.
In the month of October, November. So slow is a mental mindset.
Yeah.
When somebody tells you it's slow, no, they're slow.
Right.
They're not going out there and getting deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a paradigm shift. You have to be able to shift your paradigm in this industry to think like, okay, no, today's not going to be. It's like getting out of bed every morning, right? You're either going to get out the bed on the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed. You choose. Somebody asked me, how's business? Man, it'll be 2:00 in the morning. Business is great, man. We're good. Rocking and rolling. I just closed another deal.
Right.
It's a paradigm thing, because you start feeding yourself that information. Eventually, your thoughts become reality.
Yeah.
And
I'm a self-fulfilling prophecy.
I'm a firm believer in manifestation. I manifested all of this. You walked into my life. I walked into your life by manifestation. I used to watch your show. Like, man, that guy's, I like that Real Estate Disruptors, man.
I appreciate that.
You manifest all these type of things in your life, and I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Bob Proctor. I'm a huge fan of Bob Proctor.
Yeah.
Huge. I mean, I'm a diehard fan. I mean, that guy has the original, I'm talking about biblical Think and Grow Rich book.
Yeah. Oh, really?
He has the original book, yeah.
Oh.
So it's amazing. That goes back to, a lot of people call me a motivational speaker too, right? I don't know if you've probably noticed it a little bit.
Yeah.
But, a lot of people say, man, you're great. You're motivational, this and that. So, yeah, I feed my mind all that type of stuff, I believe in each one, teach one, right? The term, a lot of people don't know where that term comes from. It actually comes from slavery. So yeah, it goes back to slavery, and you have to know your American history in order to kind of, you see all these hip hop stars and shit. They're, DJ Khaled, and they're saying all this stuff, and no, they probably don't even know where that comes from.
Yeah.
Each one teach one. You take one and you teach him. He takes one and teaches him. It's like that fish. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Is this what it is? So. But yeah, you got to be able to, in order to be successful in this business, you have to be able to teach the next person. That's when you truly achieve success.
Well, that's when you've actually mastered it.
Yes.
So we already talked about Podio. We've talked about Simple Crew. We talked about CallRail. Are there any other tools or systems you could not live without?
My wife on speed dial.
Yeah. Partner's huge.
Absolutely. So that's the biggest tool that I would say is support from your spouse, support from your family, and family can sometimes be negative. My family is not always supportive. Sometimes they are, and which is great, and stuff like that. And I love them to death. But everyone has those challenges in life, right? And your friends, some people will not support you because they're afraid of what you might become.
Yeah,
right. Let that sink in.
They're afraid you're gonna.
Yeah, you're gonna surpass them. Yeah.
There was an opportunity that they gave up on.
Some people might not support you because they are afraid of. I was telling you, man, my buyers calling me up.
Tell them to tune into the show.
Hey, let me. You mind if I take? Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Hold on. Hey, Junaid, what's going on, man?
Hey, Ron, how are you?
I'm doing a live. You're literally live on a show right now. I'm doing a live podcast in Arizona. It's all good. It's all good. Are you calling me about the land deal?
No, just wanted to know. Yeah, I wanted to know if you ever got that survey.
Yes. So what I'll do is I'll touch base with you, and we will go over that deal together. I apologize. I had a plane to catch, and I'm here. You're live on the show right now, so make sure you tune in. You're gonna catch the replay, and you just got on the show with me.
Awesome. I will do that.
All right.
Send me a survey whenever you get a chance.
Take care, brother. Bye bye.
Thanks.
So that's how I treat my buyers. They're like my friends, man. That was a live phone call right there.
Yeah.
So we gotta. So the cool thing is, I've actually gotten into wholesaling land. I wholesale land and I wholesale multifamily too.
Yeah.
So those are the big spreads, the $100,000, $200,000 assignment fees. So I do all. He was calling about a land deal, which we had.
Land, because that's something that we know a couple of guys out here that wholesale land, and they're like 10% of market. What do you buy them at out in Houston?
What are you talking about, Willis? I buy them at the right price.
Okay.
Is that fair enough?
A number that makes sense. Okay, so you talked a little bit about family, and that's something that's I think we have a huge in common is the family. That's what drives us. So talk about that your why and all that.
So I'm a firm believer in finding your why. And I tell people the first question I ask other wholesalers is, why do you want to do this business? Because I want to make a lot of money. No, that doesn't make sense. Why do you want to do this business? I want to be able to go to expensive dinners. No, what is the reason? What is compelling you to come to this business, right? Then they tell me, I have to pay this off or that off, and I've got kids, and I want to be able to do this. I have a special needs child. I got to do this and that. Blah blah. Then you start, it's called a seven layers effect.
Right,
Tony
peel back
Robbins.
the onions.
Yeah, Tony Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Seven layers.
Yeah.
So my why are my children and my wife, my family in general, because I wanted to leave back a legacy. In order for me to do that had to be through real estate. If you want to get rich, you got to start buying dirt, right? Or flipping paper.
Yeah.
Like me. So
right.
I don't have any intentions of becoming, a flipper. And that's probably gonna lead you to the next question. I'm afraid it is. I'm just gonna wholesale. So we're predominant. We're just gonna stay wholesaling.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, because we built a reputation in the community, a great reputation in my city, and I found my niche. It is wholesaling. I don't like waiting 2 weeks to make 30 grand. I'm sorry. I don't like to wait 6 months to make 30 grand. I can do that in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And my buyer's okay with it because he's making 100 grand on the deal.
Right.
So
what would you do then if the market dips?
Okay. So when the market dips, here's what's going to happen. Wholesaling will survive.
Yeah.
Is that a shocker?
Not at all.
Not at all, right? Because we're going to buy low and we're going to sell low enough to where somebody can make money, okay? The market dip and the market crash, is inevitable. It's going to happen. But you have to brace yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Noah and his ark, right? He knew the storm was coming. He built his ark, right? Right now, the best thing to do in the real estate market is wholesaling, and it's always going to be the golden goose.
Right.
And I believe that because I have investor buddies who are calling me every day. I want to unload my property. We are expecting it, but we just don't know when it's going to happen, right?
Right.
So, and don't get me wrong, flipping is great. I love the HGTV syndrome, all that good stuff. That's all fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But my niche is wholesaling, and wholesalers will survive the market. You see on the forums, people ask all the time, what's going to happen to wholesaling? Nothing.
Well, I asked this question because a lot of people ask this question, right?
Yeah.
And I'm with you, right? Like, people don't know. This is when it's hard to wholesale. Yeah. When the market dips is when it's easy to wholesale.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is your biggest struggle right now?
So my biggest struggle would be, it's like the book, E-Myth Revisited. I have to fire myself from certain tasks, minuscule tasks, right? So I'm in a phase of my life in my business right now is I need to be able to fire myself in order to scale my business, right? So I'm right at that tipping point where we're scaling now, right? We're going, boom, boom, boom. So, that's my biggest thing is I got to start firing myself.
Yeah.
Call it micromanaging, but it gets overwhelming, man. I mean, this business is crazy.
Well, I've got an excellent exercise for you.
What is that?
So something I did from a strategic coach. So we can go after this because it's a little bit longer. But it's finding your unique ability, and it's a lot of fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's an entrepreneurial exercise. So we can talk about that offline. What is your superpower?
So I would say my God. I wouldn't categorize it as I wouldn't categorize it as a superpower. I would say a God-given gift, right? So my God-given gift is being a father. That is the superpower I have, because I was not, my father was not in my life. He was in my life, but he really wasn't, because my parents had separated. But being a good father and a good husband is my superpower, is to be able to, be there for them when they need me. And that's probably why now you can see why I do what I do, is because, I want to be able to provide a legacy for my family. And I hate to go back to the same thing, but that's just the truth, man. I mean, we've got to be able, Social Security will not be there for us. That's the biggest lie fed to the American people, is your Social Security or, your government is going to come and save you.
Yeah, no, we know.
Where's your camera at? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Go out there and do some damn deals. Save yourself.
What's the greatest lesson you've learned?
Greatest lesson I have learned in this business, or in general?
In this business.
In this business, the greatest lesson I have learned is I would truly accredit, to, as far as we go through a lot of lessons in life, right? I've been through a lot of lessons myself in life, but in this business in particular, I would say the greatest lesson that I have learned is that not to make the costly mistakes. I guess there's a lot of mistakes that were made in this in the beginning. I can't pinpoint really. I want to make this as in depth as I can for your viewers and for everyone. But the matter of fact is that there have been so many mistakes already made, that I just can't pinpoint, But you fail fast, fail forward. I mean, that's how I was able to overcome a lot of my obstacles, And as far as the lesson goes, I would say is that, networking with people, that's the biggest lesson that people should take away, is network. Attend RIAs, talk to people. Your RIAs are going to be where your bread and butter is. That's
so
where
let's talk about that. So you go to your RIAs.
Oh, I love going. I live at RIAs.
Yeah?
Steve, I manage my family life around my RIAs. I'm dead serious.
Is this different? Is Ryan Harper in your community?
No, Ryan's in Dallas.
He's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay, because he runs some crazy meetups.
He does.
Yeah.
He is in Dallas. Yes.
All right. So then your RIAs, like, there's twice a month?
Every other day.
Is it?
Yeah, Houston is large. We've got a RIA. We've got about how many RIAs?
We go to 5 to 6.
5 to 6 a week.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so we got 2.
Yeah, so now you see how I have such a phenomenal buyers list, is because I've been able to network with some people and then stuff like that. So we attend. What I do is because your RIAs are your bread and butter in this business. I have a saying: if you ain't pitching, you better stop bitching. If you're not pitching deals,
I feel like that's coming from car sales.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
It's funny, we were just talking about Ryan. He just jumped online. So what's up, Ryan?
Ryan Harper's on this?
Yeah, he just
Man,
jumped on.
I feel like, oh man, that's awesome.
All right, so then the next question, because we're
Blessed.
talking about failures, is what is your favorite, best, or most interesting failure?
Oh man, favorite failure. It would. There really is, man. Truly, there's so many that I have gone through. To be honest, I would say you need to minimize risk as much as you can. So sometimes you'll say something to a buyer, you'll say something, something wrong in a deal, and that's part of failure. Like you just effed up, bro. Like you messed up. You know what I mean? You got to swallow the pill. You know what I mean? So, and one thing about wholesalers is they get a bad rap for overblown ARVs, right?
No, not wholesalers.
What are you talking about? So, I've heard in the community, Ron's numbers are great. They really are.
Yeah.
But I like to do my due diligence in general.
Right.
But sometimes I'll F up and say, oh, boom, this is what it is. But I'll backtrack it and say, it's all right, my bad.
Brian wants to know how you're finding the water shutoff list in your city.
You can go to I actually have a connection at City Hall, and that's who I get it from.
That's huge.
Yeah, and you have to be able to network with those type of people. So I go to what is that called? Divorce court or something. I go there too. I wear rehab. I wear we buy houses shirt, right? And
to the court.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get a selfie.
Yeah.
Next time you're in court.
It's awesome. People really will come and talk to you and say, hey, listen, my wife and I are going through a little thing, man. You know, can you help us out? You know, I'm just sitting there. I'm acting like, you know, and that's kind of pretty much it.
That's amazing.
So we do.
That's probably my favorite nugget today.
That is, and then we do a lot of advertising. I don't know if you know this, but we have our billboards too in Houston.
Do you?
We buy houses billboards.
Yeah.
And we have park benches. So I have park benches outside of pawn shops.
Do you
say we buy houses?
Do you follow Tommy Caffarella?
No, I'm not familiar with.
Okay, he does. I can't remember where he's at, but he said I was on a call with him. He's like, I've literally spent every last dollar. There's nowhere else to spend in my city.
What city is he in?
I can't remember, but I'm sure we can connect. But
yeah, no, that's great. So we do that. I haven't had a great ROI on the billboard. It's just a regular. It's not one of those huge, you know.
It's just they know who you are.
They know who we are
because you spent it elsewhere.
It takes you 7 touches for someone to call you.
Yeah.
That's the key. That's the number 7. So either it's a direct mailer, either it's a billboard, a bandit sign. If they see the same color scheme, if they see, you know, in their mind like, oh, I saw that again. Oh, he must be legit. Let me call him.
Yeah.
So I get people calling me saying that, hey, I still have your direct mailer from like, you know, 8 months ago, 9 months ago. And I saw your sign with your same name on it and stuff like that. So we do a lot of advertising outside of hospitals also.
Yeah.
We have we do benches.
Man, you got to brand that ambulance then.
So, we do, you know, we do advertising. I like to call it guerrilla marketing.
Oh yeah.
So, I do a lot of advertising outside of hospitals, casinos. Gamblers will always need money to sell their house. We do that also. So anyone who's watching this, take note, and you guys need to start hanging out. You know, not a mental hospital, but I'm just saying like hospital in general.
Right.
You know what I mean? To make sure that you're talking to the right type of people.
What's your email address again?
It's info at investopiaonline.com. So it's INVESTOPIA online.com.
All right. And then is there one book you've gifted more than any other?
It would be How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
So whoever is on this, actually, man, I'm going to throw out another freebie. The Bandit Signs are going to go free to somebody. But everyone who's on this live thing right now, send me a Facebook message with your email address, and I will send you a free PDF book of How to Win Friends and Influence People.
That's huge.
That I've paid for.
Okay.
So.
All right. So, guys, it's, email is the best way to get hold of you, right?
Yeah, email, absolutely. Email
also, they want to follow you. What's your Instagram handle?
So it's going to be Rana1. So RONRANA 1. And that'll be my Instagram handle.
Okay. Awesome. And then, so how are we going to do this? How are we doing this giveaway?
Are we done?
We're done. That's all the questions. You passed.
Okay. Well, let's. All right. So whoever, how many people do we have on the?
We got 41 people online right now.
Damn, 41 people.
Yeah.
I'm not that popular, guys. Come on. All right. So all 41 people, you guys on here, let's write Steve is a beast. Everybody write in the comment section, Steve is a beast, and then we're going to go ahead and do the drawing.
All right. No one believes that.
No one believes. They didn't write it.
All right.
Is it coming? Is it coming?
It's
Steve, you have to write. We're doing the giveaway now. All right?
Yeah.
Steve is a beast. Write it in the comment section.
All right. We got 1, 2.
Okay. Come on. Steve is a beast. Come on. Let's go, guys. We're gonna let this run for a little bit.
Let's see.
You got a paper on you?
Yeah, I'm grabbing one.
Start writing names. I've got people messaging me right now for the free book. Guys, send me your email address so I can go ahead and send that out to you guys.
All right, man. We're gonna have way too many.
It's all good. That's the whole point. You know what, Steve? Let's double it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna pick 2 people in here.
All right, I'll pick 2 people. All right,
200 Bandit Signs. Is that? Hold on, I gotta ask the wife. I gotta ask my money manager here. Is that okay? Okay, I got the thumbs up.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna write down all the names, and then I'm gonna have you close your eyes and just point at the paper.
No, we can rip them up and jiggle them, and you pick out. We can pick out a name. I'll pick out a name. That's fine. We'll go from there.
All right. Why don't you spitball some more while I write these all down?
All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So everyone is writing it down. I'm going to go ahead and get everyone a real solid golden nugget on how to build rapport with people when you're in front of a seller. So in the comments, who's typing V? Dude, they're typing so fast. They're typing V's. Okay. So who would like to know an acronym that I use and it helps me every single time to build rapport? I love that. Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yeah. You're popular.
All right. Who wants 100 free Bandit signs? I'm going to pick 2 people. It's going to be 200 free Bandit sign, 100 per person. I'm going to pay for your shipping unless you live in Hawaii or Canada. All right, I got to please share. I got someone said please share my nugget. Okay, there we go. All right, Steve, you want? Damn, that's a lot of names, bro.
Yeah, I'm still writing. There's a lot.
How many do we have? Steve is a beast. Make sure you guys are writing it.
All right, so you want to go ahead and share that? I think we're
good.
Yeah. Well, we're close.
I got a Ron is a Rockstar comment in there. All right, cool. All right, let's go.
All right.
Cool. So we're gonna flip that paper over. This is live, guys, right now. So we're gonna you're tearing it up. Okay, here.
Yeah,
I'll
tear it up.
You got it?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we want to share the acronym while I do.
Okay.
That?
So let's go with the acronym. Okay. Make sure you guys have a pen and paper ready and write this. Okay. It's called FORM. FORM. Every time I use this on a seller, 9 out of 10 times, I always get the deal because it helps me build rapport with the seller almost immediately, okay? So what you want to do is you want to start with F, okay? So F stands for family, okay? O is going to be with occupation, O for occupation, okay? R for recreation, I can't even talk, recreation. And M is motivation. Okay? So family, occupation, recreation, motivation. Okay? You start talking about people's family, people will start talking about themselves like nobody's business. And when somebody is talking to themselves, when somebody is talking about themselves, you need to make sure that you shut up and listen. That's going to make you money. Okay? Occupation. You ask somebody, hey, what do you do for a living? I am a bagger at HEB. Oh, man, that's awesome. You must love what you do. 9 out of 10 people who are calling you don't like their jobs, regardless. I mean, it's just the norm of our society, unfortunately. So they're going to tell you, yeah, I do like it somewhat. Oh, how long have you been doing it? You want to ask people how long they've been doing it. And keep in mind, you're keeping them engaged. The more you keep people engaged, the more they're going to be likely to do business with you. Okay. Third one is going to be recreation. What do they like to do for fun? Right. Texas is big on guns. I like to talk about guns with people. Right. So they talk about, whatever they like to do and all that good stuff. So what you would want to do is you would find out if they like to play soccer, basketball, basically anything they like to do. I don't care if they like to, do knitting class. You better be a freaking fan of knitting class and make sure you talk to them. The third thing is the strongest one that you're going to have to ask them is what is their motivation? Why are they selling their property? Why did you call? What am I doing here right now? What is my purpose of, how can I help you? You're going to ask the person how you can help them. Okay. So you got that, Steve?
Got it.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Family, occupation, recreation, motivation.
And what I like about motivation, the other is frog, right? That's the other way. Some people remember it: family, recreation, occupation, and goals.
Yes.
And motivation and goals is kind of intertwined. Is that if you have goals, you're more likely to be a referral partner, more likely to be giving.
Absolutely.
Versus someone without goals, I'm not sure I want to hang around with you.
So that is that's actually one of the biggest golden nuggets that I can give your viewers is the FORM acronym. And I've used that in the car business, and it's won time after time after time. So it's great, guys. We want you guys to win. You know, this business is about the law of abundance. Why does Steve do this? You know, why did I agree to come on his show and give you some of my, you know, secrets and tips and this and that? Is because you have to have a law of abundance in order to grow in life.
Yeah, abundance mentality.
The abundance mentality.
All right, so we got
ready?
a whole bunch here. We're going to pick 2. So pressure is on. Hopefully we don't get any hate mail.
Have a stalker.
Yeah, all right.
Ready?
Yeah, you got to grab 2.
How about you do this? You grab one and I'll grab them.
All right.
Okay, cool. I don't know any.
All right, we got James McKnight.
Ooh, James McKnight.
I'll probably need to read it.
What does that say, man? You got doctor's handwriting.
Kevin Stewart.
Kevin Stewart. All right.
There you go. All right. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, guys. You each are getting 100 Bandit Signs. Do me a message. What was the other name? It is
James McKnight.
James McKnight. Send me a private message, please, with your well, I would need some information from you. Send me your home address where you would like the signs to be shipped, your phone number, and your email address.
All right, and this is not the end of it. So this is the end of the show, right? So thank you guys for tuning in. But this is not the end of Ron. So we have our meetup tomorrow night, McFate Brewing, 4:30. We're going to have Elijah Rubin talking at 5 o'clock, and then we normally go till about 6:30. But, you know, Ron's coming here for a workshop, mastermind type deal. So not going to be here exactly sharp. It's at 5:30, 6 o'clock, anything like that. We're going to be grateful for when he can show up. So come by tomorrow if you're in Phoenix, McFate Brewing. Check it out, and we will see you guys there.
All right, man.
This is awesome.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Thank you. This is
Thank
great.
you guys so much. Go out there and kill it. Share your success stories with me. Please let me know if my acronym works or not. I know it works. Let me know if it does or not for you. And catch you on the flip side, man. Peace.